Her name is Young An. She's 42 years old, and not surprisingly, she was in the middle of a divorce. In a nasty dispute over money, she says her husband attacked her in the bedroom, repeatedly punching her in the head, hog-tying her, and dragging her down the stairs to the garage. What he didn't know right away, though, was that Young had made an emergency call to 911 on her Apple Watch. And despite the fact that her eyes and her mouth were both taped over with duct tape, the operator got the message something was terribly wrong.
911, what are you reporting? Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? What's going on there? Okay, I'm gonna get help started too. Hold on for me for just a second. Do you know the address that you're at, if I said it?
Although the dispatcher could not make out what Young was saying, as you heard, she sent help right away. Young says that her husband then shoved her into their minivan, something that was actually captured by the neighbor's doorbell cam across the street. And all the while, that call to 911 was still active on her Apple Watch.
I'm still here.
Once Young's husband realized that the Apple Watch was active, he immediately and allegedly smashed it off of her wrist before backing that minivan out of the garage and taking off with her hogtied in the back, passing right by the police cruiser that was arriving at their home. But the Apple Watch, now lying in the garage, was still connected to 911, and you can actually hear as the officer arrives.
Lacey Police Department, if you're inside, make yourself known.
As if this story weren't harrowing enough, Young says her husband then sped to a wooded area, and he began digging a shallow grave with her right there beside it, hogtied, duct tape. He allegedly then stabbed her in the chest and buried her in the grave, placing a heavy tree on top of her. For hours, she wriggled out of her binds underground, gasping for breath in a small pocket of air that she created around her face. And remarkably, she was able to dig her way out of that grave and get to help. Her husband, Chae An, was arrested and this week pleaded not guilty to attempted murder, kidnapping, and assault charges. But that is a very tough rap to beat when the victim didn't die and is not 6 feet under. Joining me now is Jennifer Lord. She's the Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for Thurston County in Washington State. Thank you so much for being on the program, Jennifer. This is just such an unbelievable and terrifying tale. Can you tell me what happened when Young An actually got out of that grave? How did she find help?
Well, according to the information that she provided to law enforcement, she had gone when she managed to free herself from the duct tape. She had seen Mr. On's van with the light on inside it. She went the other direction. She saw headlights on the road. She followed the headlights that she saw on the road, which led her to a residence. According to her, she believes that she ran for about 20 to 30 minutes before she was ever able to locate a residence. Once she did, she knocked on the door and asked for help.
All the while, as you say, running for 20 to 30 minutes, she has a stab wound in the chest, and she was able to run that far to help.
She was able to run that far. It's a remote area that they were in.
So this is an unusual detail. She got out of that grave and she saw that her husband's vehicle was still there with the light on, and she was able to elude him?
According to the information she provided, she ran away from his van that she could see because there was a light on in the van.
or the court will order that the defendant be held no bail.
53-year-old Chae will remain behind bars, awaiting charges of attempted murder, kidnapping, and felony harassment. His wife asking for this message to be shared in front of a judge.
These are her words. Please, no bail. I am really afraid for my life. I just want to emphasize that I fear him so much, and he will kill me again if he is out.